सत श्री अकाल, नमस्कार, मैं हाँ अनमोल कौर ते मैं तुहाडे लई लैके आई हाँ तुहाडा खास प्रोग्राम यूके स्पॉटलाइट। इस प्रोग्राम दे विच असीं गल करांगे यूके दे विच हो रहे कम्यूनिटी इवेंट्स दे बारे। तो चलदे हां, शुरुआत करदे हां यूके स्पॉटलाइट प्रोग्राम दी। सिख वेलफेयर सोसाइटी वालों 17th एनुअल फंक्शन डे प्रिंस रेजेंट होटल चिगविल दे विच मनाया गया। प्रोग्राम की शुरुआत चेयरमैन गुरपाल सिंह उप्पल, जस अचवाल मैंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट, जनरल सैकटरी सतनाम सिंह संधू वालों स्पीचिस ते वधाइयां दे के की गई। ये प्रोग्राम करन दा मकसद सिर्फ कौम नू जोड़िया जाना ही नहीं बल्कि समाज विच पॉजिटिविटी बदलाव लियाउण लई भी किया गया तां जो अजकल दी यंग जनरेशन नू इस दे नाल जोड़िया जा सके।
Respected elders, honoured guests, dear members of the Sikh Welfare Society and beloved members of our Sangat. It is with immense gratitude and humility that I stand before you this evening as the chairman of the Sikh Welfare Society for the year 2024-2025. We are not just a group of like-minded individuals who wish to give something back to our communities, but a family that calls upon each other to serve with dignity, integrity, compassion, and unwavering faith in the values that lie at the heart of our Sikh identity. This year has been one of great impact, deep service, and meaningful transformation. In Punjab, one of our proudest achievements has been the organisation of vital medical camps in both rural and remote villages of Punjab, where our members both organised and attended with their family and friends. We treated patients suffering from cataracts, partial blindness, and hearing impairments. Through these camps, we distributed prescription spectacles, hearing aids, treatments giving light where there was once darkness. To ensure no one was left behind, we also introduced transport for our Sangat to our camps and to hospitals for treatments. One young lady, Janvi Kaur, aged 9, was suffering from severe eye loss and impediments in both thighs when diagnosed at one of our camps. I'm glad to say, as a result of the diagnosis, she's now resulted in successful vision development and prevention of permanent vision.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're having fun. The food was great. Was it great? Come on, you can do better than that, and we know you can. Okay? Well, it's my privilege to introduce the new first citizen of Redbridge, the mayor, the first citizen who was elevated to that position only on Thursday. And I'm proud to say this is her first engagement since becoming the mayor. And so I have great honour in introducing my good friend, Councillor Beverly Brewer, the mayor of Redbridge.
Thank you so much, everybody. It's an honour and a privilege to be here this evening and to share this evening with you. I'm absolutely astounded to have heard of all the marvellous work that the organisation has been carrying out. I would very much like to thank the committee and all members for all the work and all the fundraising both here and abroad, and really know that it's transforming people's lives and it's just really marvellous. So thank you ever so much for asking me here. Thank you.
For those who don't know me, I'm Bhutta Singh Nijjar's daughter. He's one of the original founding members of the Sikh Welfare Society, and all the esteemed members have been doing an amazing job with their selfless service and charity work for the last 17 years. It's one of the 3 pillars of Sikhi, Ke Vand Ke Shakna, and they're doing a truly fantastic job. Me, myself, I've been an NHS doctor for the last 14 years, and I've been a GP for the last 9 years. And this year was the first time I actually attended the medical camps in India, and it was a truly unique experience. The first day I was in Munich and I kind of saw some patients as a general practitioner, and the second day I did some women's health work. And after the first day, we ended up going to the local hospital where we actually went to the operating theatre and saw the cataract repairs being done. And there were some 100 people there in the waiting room waiting to have their surgery, and it was humbling to see how appreciative they were that they had the privilege of getting their eyesight back, and it all being done for free, which is not always the case in India.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and a huge thank you to the Sikh Welfare Society for honouring me here today. As Gurpal has already mentioned, the Centre for Sikh and Punjabi Studies that I lead at the University of Wolverhampton, it's the only centre of its kind, not just here in the UK, but actually across the whole of Europe as well. And the focus that we have in the Centre for Sikh and Punjabi Studies is very much it has a double perspective. The first, obviously, being a centre based in a university, is for us to carry out real robust research. And the second element of that is not for it just to be ivory tower research that maybe one or two people read, but it's about how do we actually engage with the Sikh and Punjabi community so that we really address those key issues that matter to us, not just as a British Sikh community, but actually as the global band. So, just as an example then, some of the PhDs that have gone through our Centre for Sikh and Punjab Studies has been on various issues that face us as a global band. One of those was around mental health and the stigma that's associated with it in the Sikh community. You'll be surprised to learn that my PhD student actually had over 1,000 responses to her survey in just 3 days. And what that really shows us is that there's a real need to be able to discuss these issues at a wider level. And then we've got lots of different kind of PhD topics going on at the moment. One of those is around the elderly and social isolation. One of those is around the power of Kirtan. And one of my students at the moment, the title of her thesis is The Gossiping Aunties. Now that may sound quite funny when we first hear about it, but actually the underlying message of that is all around body image and expectations and how that is linked to mental health in the Sikh and Punjabi community as well. I'm sure we've all been to venues when there's, that table of aunties in the corner that you absolutely dread walking past because, they'll argue up, you put on weight, you've done this, you've done that. But what they don't realise is the impact that has on the youth. So a lot of my research is very much about the engagement of the younger generation with the Gurdwara. So, for example, what is it that the Gurdwara need to do in order to make them fit for the 21st century? Why are we seeing a huge decline in the attendance of youngsters in Gurdwara as well? And the most worrying factor of all of this is in 50 years' time, who will actually be looking after the Gurdwara? Who will be the custodians of the Gurdwara? Not just here in the UK. This is an issue that faces us globally. So as Gurpal said, last summer I was in Singapore, and one of the elements of that chair was the community engagement aspect of it. Okay, how do we engage with the youngsters to really instill that sense, that multiple identity that we all have of being Sikh, of being Punjabi, of being British, Singaporean, etc., etc. How do we actually negotiate all of those different identities and the expectations that go with it as well? So thank you once again to the Sikh Welfare Society for inviting me here today, and thank you, and lovely to meet you all. Thank you.
ਹੁਣ वक्त हो चला है एक छोटे ਜਿਹੇ ब्रेक ਦਾ। ਵੇਖਦੇ ਰਹੋ UK Spotlight।